The Omnic Weekly. Welcome everyone. It is Sunday, July 26th, and this is episode 199 of the Omnic Weekly. I am Damesies, aka D, and I'm joined by Akila.
Hello.
Hello. Frozen. This is where you say hello, Frozen.
I said hello.
Oh, it didn't come through.
It.
Yeah.
Didn't.
It went lost into space. And then we have Pog.
Hello. I'll say it quickly. Hi.
How you guys doing?
I'm amazing. How are you?
But now how you feeling? I'm not saying who you are. Like how you? No, never mind. It was a stupid
Wow, crazy.
Oh my god. Hi, amazing.
That was such a good compliment that everybody immediately destroyed. No one here knows how to take compliments. That sucks.
Literally.
Anyway.
Frozen's been on holiday, so she is in a very, very good mood, very rested. I think the most rested of the four of us, sorry.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Sauna for 2 weeks and swimming in a lake, that's what's going to do to you.
Yeah, all the while Akila, Pog, and myself are just like, can we get some sleep, please? I don't know. I know Akila's tired. I know Akila hasn't had a lot of sleep. I don't know, Pog. It's
always tired.
Exactly. I think we all know how that feels.
Perpetual tiredness.
Don't become a content creator because you don't sleep. You're always making
I woke
videos.
up tired. That's how.
Yeah,
The other day I caught myself editing a video at, no joke, 6:45 in the morning because I woke up a bit insomniac and I was rolling around in bed, and then I literally just went, I might as well be productive. I woke up and by 8 a.m. I had edited like 3 videos, and then I stopped and thought, what am I doing with my life? So this is where we're at, guys. It's great. It's great down here.
Amazing.
That's the way we roll. I actually started tracking my
making it.
sleep, which is going to be a very boring topic. But I was like, why am I always this tired? Well, I don't get enough sleep, but still. And it turns out that I spent most of my night just thinking about all the shit I still have to do instead of sleeping. So that explains that. Maybe I should do the same thing.
Really.
Just get out of bed and start working. I can't sleep. Let's work.
Oh my god.
Then I have to.
That didn't help with the tiredness, but it did help with the volume of work for the week.
Yeah, exactly. It's just too much in front of us, but you know, we're having fun. That is the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
Did you sleep?
Right.
Right, there we go. But we have something fun coming up. Well, we have a lot of fun stuff coming up. It's going to be an interesting few months. But the first thing that we need to talk about is episode 200. As you heard at the start of the episode, this is 199. This is the last one with the 1 in front. Starting
Oh my God.
next time, it's going to be episode 200, and it's going to be a big one. And we have some ways for you to contribute. But first, let me get some other stuff out of the way. So we're going to be recording this on August 9th. It is going to be a video podcast, and on top of that, we'll be recording it live. I'm going to be streaming it on Damesies TV. So if you want to watch us record an episode at an ungodly hour for some people, I think the only person that is going to be, well, not tired, or at least for me and Frozen, it's not bad. For Kila, it's okay. But for Pog, it's going to be he's going to be holding a glass of wine while we're doing all of this. He's just
Am I
going to
going to
be...
be like peak? Yes. Excellent.
Yeah, it's
I'm
going to
excited.
be... It's going to be
Oh my
perfect
God,
for you.
Pog, you need to do like a fire chat situation so you can like put a fireplace on your TV behind you and dim the lights
Yeah,
a
I
little
can-
bit, have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
For you, it's
Jeff
definitely
Kaplan impersonation. Is that what you want?
for you, it's definitely a Pog after dark moment.
Okay, great.
Where is this going to end?
Walk off the dock? You know where that ends.
Yeah. But we'll be recording August 9th at noon CST. So whatever time zone you're in, start doing the math, get your calculators out. But there's also a way for you to contribute to all of this. On top of the other surprises that we have planned. We would love you guys to kind of chime in for this episode 200. So if you have a question for us, if you just want to tell us something, if you have a random fact that you want to share, preferably about Overwatch or the podcast at least, you can...
Or the weather.
No, not the weather. You can
No.
leave that comment in several places. First off, if you're listening to this on Patreon, for the people that do not know, this episode goes live on Patreon. Lives on Patreon? Okay. This episode goes live on Patreon a little early. It's about 2 days or something like that. So they can leave their comment right there under that Patreon post. You can also leave a comment on the YouTube channel under the video. We have a podcast channel on the Discord, the DMZ's TV Discord, where you can leave a message. And I'm going to be sending out posts before this episode goes live to everybody, where you can leave your messages. It's going to be the episode 200 post. Leave comments, tell us a story, let us know. I will be reading those messages. Depending on how many there are, we might have to make a selection, but I think we're going to be fine. We're going to read out those messages on the actual podcast. So this is your moment to contribute, to have your name in there. So when we do episode 300, we look back at episode 200 and go, remember that? With that one funny
Remember
message
this comment? That was
from
funny.
this person? How would they be doing?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So you're going to be famous in our heads. You're going to be considered our personal friends for at least 10 minutes. Enjoy.
Wow.
But go
What a joy.
look out for that, and then we'll see you guys on August 9th, noon CST on twitch.tv/DMCTV, where you'll see all of our faces and apparently Frozen's butt. That is what she told us before we started recording.
Wow.
That's what I heard.
There's an audience for that.
It
That's
ties
what
into
Akila
Park
said.
After Dark.
There we go. Oh God, there's so much I could say now. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to refrain from that. We're just going to roll with the rest of the content. We're going to skip the weather for today. We're going to keep that for
okay.
next week. The weather sucks, period.
Thank God.
But I wanted to talk to you guys about something that is very near and dear to my heart. No, this is a bit of an exaggeration, but the whole Quickplay Hacked that they did finally Overwatch. We're talking about Overwatch, guys. This is an Overwatch podcast. They finally did another one of those Quickplay Hacked modes. They hadn't done one for, I think, 2 years or something, but they just took Quickplay away and they replaced it with something completely different, which pissed off a lot of people. But this time around,
True.
yeah. This time around, they did the flex queue. So basically, let me explain it for the people that missed it, like Frozen. You can basically queue up and pick. It's just roll queue, but they basically make teams where you have one tank, 3 DPS, 2 supports, but the 3 DPS actually are flex. One of them, and only one of them, can choose to pick a tank. Any moment in the match. That person can also switch off and someone else can take the spot. You just cannot have over 2 tanks, but one of the DPS can join in. So you have basically a 2-2-2 setup. This is something they want to try and see if that works, because the classic 2-2-2 had one major disadvantage, and that was the excessive queue types, and you don't have that issue as much with this. We played it for 12 hours during my birthday stream. I'm going to ask Akila first, because she was there for 10 of the 12 hours. How did you enjoy the whole 1-3-2 setup?
I loved it. We played it for 10 hours. I would have been going for the full 12 hours, but I think that you couldn't put up with me for that long, so I left.
Why are you putting this on me? You were tired. You were nagging, crying the whole time. I wanted to go to bed. I'm tired. Akila tired. Akila nap. I'm like, all right, go sleep then.
That's exactly how I sound.
Yeah.
No, it was an honor, a gift, and a joy to be in your birthday stream for that long. We played that the flex mode in the entirety of the time. And I personally loved it because I am a big 6v6 enjoyer. I do love 6v6, and 6v6 is the only time that I tank because I don't like solo tank. So for me, it felt like a really good solution for the 6v6 problem that I have when I play 6v6. I mostly play 6v6 comp when I play it, is the fact that no one wants to tank and everyone wants to DPS.
Mhm.
So I've had so many matches that we have 4 DPS and you have to keep on team chat like, guys, we're just going to lose what we're doing. And in comp is not something that you want to do. And then the higher rank I went, at the moment I'm a plat 1 in 6v6, the more support mains I seem to find. So everyone now is a support main. And then if we're lucky, we get a tank. So anyway, it's a really shit experience if you're comping because it's not viable. So like it's 4 DPSs and no tanks is not a viable comp.
No,
maybe 3
not.
healers is, but that isn't. So the flex queue for me, again, a 6v6 enjoyer, was a really good middle ground, let's say, because you have to have 2 healers. So that's the support problem solved. You will have a tank, which is more than sometimes you do. And a lot of the people, for my surprise, because like I said, my experience is all based on no one wanting to tank. I think that 95% of our games, fair enough, we were in a full stack, but 99% of our games, someone stepped up to be a second tank. So it felt very balanced. It felt very satisfying. But I keep stressing that I'm a 6v6 enjoyer because all the people that I know who don't play 6v6 at all hated it.
Oh yeah, well,
so their experience is very different. But for me, it was actually like, oh wait, this could work. This could fix the negative part of my 6v6 experience. So I was really, really excited about it.
I actually have a question for you, Akila. If we would have a tank top made that says 6v6 enjoyer, would you wear that at BlizzCon?
Only if it says 6v6.
Enjoyer.
Yeah,
or 6v6.
Like 6 enjoyer.
No. Like the way that Hazard says it.
Yeah.
I would wear it. Yeah. You don't do accents on t-shirts?
Yeah.
Really? Oh no.
So
yes.
Do you?
I was about to say I would wear anything that I'm given to BlizzCon, but that's a bit of a stretch.
Okay, so if I sent you a t-shirt design. Listen,
I'm very hard to be embarrassed. So do your worst.
I will.
Pago, what were you going to say? What were you going to say?
No, so I had a question for Akila because you mentioned that that you said people didn't like the people that don't. There was a bunch of people that didn't like it. Did you hear feedback or why they didn't like?
Well, as is normal for the Overwatch community, there was just a lot of yelling. Like, I hate this. This is horrible. Oh my God. Why did you do this? And etc. Mostly on Play Overwatch's comments. Now, the people that I know that form more than one sentence, they didn't say why I didn't like it apart from I like 5v5 better.
Yeah.
So I didn't hear a fully fleshed argument, to be really honest, which is me trying to say, be better, people.
Yeah, from experience, Aki, we've been through this times and times again. I think Dee made a t-shirt about it at some point. People hate everything at the start and they don't give things a chance, especially in the Overwatch community. And after a while, they start realizing how good it is and I don't want it to turn back. So, I mean, this is a playtest. I didn't get to play it. I'm kind of sad I didn't get to play it myself. But from experience on how other things went, where we were like, just wait and see. Maybe you like it, or maybe you end up liking it more than the other thing. People don't see into the future and be like, oh, this could be an improvement in the long term. They'll just be like, this is different. I still hate it.
I think the most hate came from the fact that they replaced the 5v5 role queue with this. Yeah. So the people that enjoy 5v5 had nowhere to go except for competitive. And the second thing is that I had so many people telling me, why didn't they just go for role queue? 6v6, 222.
Well, it's about the queues, right? Like,
dumbass!
Because, yeah.
That was the point. That was the point.
I think this is still a problem. I'm very curious to, who knows if they'll share it, right? If what percentage actually just chose tank and who had the shortest queue time? Is it were they still looking for people to click the tank button to make the lobbies hop? I'm very interested in sort of the data behind that because I suspect when I chose flex, when I was playing that mode, I would get tank most of the time. So I suspect that tank was still the least popular option.
Well, yeah, definitely. But I think
was the bottleneck. Yeah,
I think it only makes it worse. I think it makes the issue of people not queuing for tank worse because there's a whole group like myself, like Akila, that love to play tank, but we love to play with the second tank. We're not going to queue up for tank because we don't want to be the solo tank. We're going to queue up for DPS and then pick tank because we want to do we want to force the 2-2-2.
Yeah,
So that moves a lot of people that would have eventually maybe rolled queued up as tank. But the thing is, with this format, so you have, if you kind of put it in percentages, you basically have 6 groups. It's kind of difficult, but let's just say that you have about 40% of the team is DPS. You have about 30% is support and 10% is tank. That is mirroring the rate at which people queue up in the different roles, way closer. And that is exactly what you need. You don't need, you basically need to have people queue up at the same rate than you basically need to form a team. If you do that, you get a very streamlined queue. It's just one after the other. And now we saw it slow down a little bit. I think the queues were really good. They were slightly longer than they were in 5v5 because there were a lot of people like myself, like Aquila, that would queue up as DPS, but it was 10 times better than it's ever been in 2v2. Like a huge difference.
Yeah.
So I think they fixed it.
Yeah, like, but you do think like it's in that way, and essentially one of the DPS is kind of like you've got that, you know, open queue pressure to make the 2-2-2 composition, right? So I think it's a step forward, but I just think fundamentally Overwatch needs to figure out how to convince people that tank is fun to play, or change tank is so that it is more fun and more convincing for people to play. I just don't.
Yeah, that is definitely.
Hey, we've got a new tank coming, but it's like it's like a fundamental problem, and it's not just an Overwatch problem. I think it's a lot of other games have this. Tank is just like this
responsibility
sponge that people hit, and perhaps that's not the most engaging of gameplay, and it's like a problem that needs to be solved if they want to like improve queue.
I mean, a lot of people want to go brrr, I killed, funny numbers go up, I hear the pings, I hear the death sounds, blah 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 blah. And that's what I have when, like, I love playing Ana. I don't sometimes have the biggest, largest stats or anything, but I do other things, mitigating damage, anti-nading people, like so many like viable things for the team. But I feel like with a lot of tanks, it gets unnoticed a lot. Like all the things you do to actually help your team, you don't get as much appreciation for it, I guess, because you're a good tank, you do things, but sometimes there's this, sometimes I wish I had more kills, or sometimes I wish I had more that, and like stand there with your big shield helping out your team. But I mean, it's not the glorious DPS role of getting a 5k, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing. I agree with Pog that the core of the problem is making tanking interesting. But I don't know if it's me personally, if it's the role itself. So, for example, I started as a support. I still consider myself a support main. The second role that drew to me was tanking, because there was something satisfying to having a shit ton of health and just being in their faces. And my first tank was Roadhog in Overwatch 1. It was just like, yeah, I'm here. What are you going to do about it? So there was a fun aspect to it. But the problem is the way that the game evolved, it ended up like, that was my problem with it. It was just like 5v5, now I'm solo tanking, now I have responsibility that I'm not skilled enough to do, and now I have to do this and I have to do that, and then it started being less and less fun, apart from either being a damage sponge or really hard to kill, but also, or being an off tank. So I also think that the 5v5 for me took a bit of shine from some tanks because they were designed as off tanks. So for example, Hammond is one that when I had a Hammond in my team, Overwatch 1 or 6v6, I was like, great, they're gonna really fuck up their back line, really bother the team, and we're going to get some picks. Now in 5v5, when I get a Hammond, I was like, oh great, we don't have a tank. It's like some tanks were designed to be off tanks, and I don't think that they are as well adapted in 5v5, and that makes the whole tanking experience as well. So I think that, and the reason why I'm saying that's the core of the problem is because I think open queue, in my perception, originally was not meant to, in an, let's say, enjoyability sense. It was exactly so we didn't have to play the 2-2-2. So, for example, one of the comps that I really liked playing was to have 3 heals, because if you're a Zenyatta as a third healer, you don't have the burden to have high heals, but your Discord orb can melt so much. And you know what I mean? There's so many supports that if they're also not the main source of healing, you can do so much with them, like Ana as well, etc. Or also 3 DPSs does work. It's a lot of damage that for the enemy team to deal with. My point is that I wish that OpenQ was mostly used to let's try different comps than the 222 and have some fun with it. Like I've had so many games that were like 6 healers and we nearly won as well. And 5 healers and a tank is so annoying and so fun to play. Like when we start picking all healers, someone always put in chat like one of us, and it's really fun. So for me, like OpenQ was meant to be this place of like experimentation and joy and etc. When also OpenQ just became, come on guys, we need a second tank, and everyone's pushing for 222. And the problem is because no one really enjoys tanking. And again, just to close up my arguments, like I don't think it's the tanking role itself. I think maybe a lot of these characters either lost their shine because they were designed in different ways that the game now is at, or some of these characters are also like not exactly interesting in the big sense of things. So now the internet is going to burn me for this. But when you said, Frozen, like, oh, you don't want to just hold a shield up and stay there. Well, don't play Reinhardt then. It's just like, Reinhardt is a limited tank. He's a lot of fun as a character, but like, if you don't have a team that's doing their thing, that's what you're doing. You're. Although I know some Reinhardts that go in and fuck shit up. I'm not saying that. But what I mean is that I think that there's some shine missing into both some toolkits and also a lack of understanding that this tank was originally designed not to be solo tanking.
Yeah, I think that is exactly why they're putting so much effort right now in 6v6 and that they want to bring it back. Because if you look at the statistic, it's not like, I mean, there's something to be said, of course, about the fact that there's no viable way to play 6v6, as you just pointed out. That is why 5v5 is still so popular, but I just think that because so many people joined after Overwatch 2 was launched, that is what they know. The 5v5 is the standard mode they know. They prefer that, which is also the challenge that they have with 6v6 and tanks in 6v6, because the perception is that tanks are not a lot of fun to play. Although, I mean, I've had a lot of fun with tanks. I just feel like it's not. Yeah. I just feel like it's not always viable, or I'm not good enough tank player to do it all by myself, or especially if you look in this 3-2-1 thing, what came out very clear for me, which is very telling, is that any team that picked 2-2-2 versus a team of 1-3-2 would win. Because like if you didn't have a second tank and you played against a team with 2 tanks, you were screwed. That was basically it. Again, showing the viability of the 2-2-2 format. And I think Blizzard is very convinced about that. But they just want to find a way without us having to sit and look at a timer for 20 minutes before we get an actual game. I think that is their main concern right now. But I had a ton of fun with it.
I wonder if they, hey, maybe if they just really love this idea, like, would that be a viable ranked option? Like, I guess there's 6v6 open queue, which is ranked. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't know.
I think this is
as an option for ranked, maybe. I
was going to say, I think this ranked is a step up from the open queue 6v6. I totally see them like scrapping ranked 6v6 and putting ranked 1-3-2, because it's actually, like I said, better in terms of comp than the open queue, or at least what actually happens in open queue. So I definitely see them doing that. I am curious, though, as enormous Mystery Heroes enjoyer, they moved Mystery Heroes to 6v6. And I don't see a lot of talk around Mystery Heroes because I think not many people love it. But I was curious that they moved Mystery Heroes to 6v6, which in itself I didn't mind. Like I said, I like 6v6, but they seem to have removed the cap on tanks and Mystery Heroes. Because before it was like you can only have up to 3 in each row at any time. So if you already have 3 supports and you respawn, you couldn't. And now I keep getting like 4 or 5 tanks, and now Mystery Heroes is literally unviable. And I'm like, I was like, what is happening? Because my dream, and I have said that many times, is for Mystery Heroes comp to be back. It was my favorite comp mode.
Mm-hmm. It's so good. Yes,
really. Yeah, come on. But the way that Mystery Heroes is now, I play a couple of matches and get mildly angry, just moderately, as I normally do, and go play something else. Because when you have the other day, also we got a lot of repeat heroes, and when you're playing against 2 1-runs, 2 divas, and 2 Iaris, you're like, I'm done. Honestly, it's just like, what are we doing?
I mean, that's the thing with mystery heroes. You have that variability of, oh, this is random, but sometimes if it's actually pretty random, it doesn't feel as random anymore.
Yeah, but because
Statistics
the
are weird.
random had a cap.
Statistics are super weird.
Like, even though it was random, it was capped at a maximum of 3, and it was
like the
5v5.
Yeah,
So
I like the cap as well.
I already thought that 3 tanks in a 5v5 Mystery Heroes was already much. I wish they capped the tanks to 2. But now it's 6v6 and there is no cap. I actually took a picture and posted of us with 5 tanks. Yeah.
I don't know why they did that though. Maybe it's just because they want to arcade modes make them feel more arcadey and make them less.
But Mystery
normal?
Heroes is not in the arcade tab anymore.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's in Quickplay. You're right.
It's in the Quickplay tab.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would do that. Yeah.
This is my petition to fix Mystery Heroes, and I only brought it up because it's now 6v6 as well. It's another mode that is 6v6.
They have been messing about with Mystery Heroes quite a bit. Like first they removed the perks, but they brought those back. I heard. I haven't played Mystery Heroes in a while, so.
Oh, you can ask me. I play it literally every day.
Literally?
I always end. Because I play comp or quick play, and I always end my gaming session and my streams with, now we play Mystery Heroes until we win, and then I end.
That's how you got to that 48-hour stream. Damn.
Yeah. Literally 17 losses in a row.
5
oh my
tanks
god.
in every enemy team. I mean, look, for this whole 3-1-2 thing, next weekend, so we're going to be releasing this on Monday. So I think in a few days, they're going to do another Quickplay Hacked. So another bunch of people are going to be upset that their 5v5 is gone. They'll get over it. And this one time around, they're going to do a dynamic queue, which means that they're going to start us out with the normal 2-2 queue. And then when the queue times hit too long, or they become too long, they're going to switch to that flex queue. And I'm very curious how that is going to pan out, because I feel like the mindset and the motivation for both those modes on picking certain roles is very, very different. So I think, to be honest, I think they're just going to hit the 2-2 is just going to fill up so fast, and then they're going to switch to flex almost instantly every time we get to a peak moment in Overwatch traffic. Like, I don't know. I found it to be very weird.
It's very interesting. It's an interesting concept, because you'll be like, oh, yeah, maybe they're negating something, or they're like, but on the other hand, it's like, is there people who are only going to be playing during like peak Overwatch hours where like they think most people are online so they can have 3 DPS? Or it's like the psychology in that is kind of interesting. Because it's like, oh, I don't want to play 2. Or some people might be like, oh, I want 2 tanks, absolutely, definitely. I'm just going to play when not a lot of people are online so I can do my thing.
Well, yeah, but you can still, like I said, you can still do 2-2-2, but then you have to you have to play tank yourself, and that is something that a lot of people don't understand. There's a lot of people out there that want 2-2-2.
It's a lot of pressure.
A lot of people want 2-2-2, but they don't want to be the one to step up and pick tank. But that is classic. I mean, I'm very curious.
Yeah, because you never trust other Overwatch players to do the thing you want to do.
Yeah, no. Or people don't want to step up. They just don't want to do the thing. Yeah. They want everybody else to do the shit for them. But I'm very curious how this is going to pan out, and I don't fully understand why they're doing it. I think they're just trying to please the 2-2-2 fanatics, to show them, like, to just literally show them the contrast. Like, this is what happens when we do 2-2-2. And
maybe.
This is the price you pay. I don't know. There are people out there that are like, I would rather be in the queue for 20 minutes than to play an unbalanced group. And I'm like, yeah, that's easy to say until you hit minute 25 on your queue. You're just staring at the ceiling.
I understand that in ranked games, right? Like, actually had a really, really good point earlier. I understand all that stuff in ranked games. Like, if you want a ranked game that's like properly, like you're willing to wait for it, sure. But if we're doing the unranked games like Quickplay or the 6v6 or the Mystery Heroes, like anything that's not ranked, it's people like you're playing for fun here. Why are you trying to push to like a certain directive and like forcing people to play something maybe that they don't want to or that they're not particularly like safe in, or like this is those are modes to experience, experiment in, and having fun. If you want to be serious, go play ranked.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
You need to be careful with that because that has been a topic for many, many years. But for some people, Quickplay is the only thing they play, and that is their serious mode.
I'm one of those people.
People are genuinely fearful of ranked, which is like, I don't know. I think
it's not that big of a
unfounded.
It's a little more frustrating. It's a little more frustrating.
I think the matchmaking is more rigid in ranked anyway, so I think you get fairer games is my opinion. I mean, I care about ranked, which is a mental health issue at this point, but I do think like so Quickplay Hacked, right? This is sort of Blizzard's little covert testing thing that they do, right? So I wonder, I'm just trying to think outside the box. I don't know where it is yet, but if this dynamic queue, like what is this covertly testing? So usually they never show us what the thing is when they do these Quickplay Hacked, but it eventually turns into something that is a variation or a version of what they test. So I'm like, they're obviously testing the way queues happen, and it's like, what is this actually? What are they actually trying to do?
That is a big mystery. I mean,
what are they trying to figure out? What are they trying to get data on? What information are they trying to collect? And is it just like, will people switch to tank if they're in that? Is that purely all it is, or is it something else? I'm curious. And this the dynamic change thing, that could just be a new system that they've implemented that could be actually for something else. But
yeah, could be.
Give it a go.
Yeah, I do think they're very careful though with anything they test on 6v6 because it's such a sensitive subject for a lot of people. Like the comments on my content about all the 6v6, 5v5, the 3-1-2 has been
passionate teams on either side.
Yeah, it has been all over the place. Like some people just. They just will you get two comments under each other that are completely opposing each other. It's very divisive.
Which is super interesting because like we had that same exact like fight amongst players so many years ago, and once it switched again, and they implemented 6v6 again before it was only 5v5, and this discourse has been going on for such a long time. And I feel like at this point, people are just arguing for the sake of arguing or hating on things for the sake of hating.
Oh yeah, there's definitely people like that. Yeah.
At this point, there's no logical, because like pick one that you like, and if you like it, feel free, play it. And there's not really, I don't know, because I like 5v5. I like it better than other things, but I'm not going to hate on someone who has a different opinion than me because they enjoy different things than me, because that's totally fine.
Yeah, but the Overwatch community is in this constant fear that whatever they're playing is going to be taken away. So they're afraid that 5v5 is going to be taken away if 6v6
Stadium.
Yeah.
But that's another thing as well. People went really crazy in some comments that I watched about like, oh my God, they're destroying Stadium. They're taking it away. It's going away. First of all, it's not. They're not going to release new content for it, but it's still going to be there. And also, all of these people were not in the 6%. So it is hate for hate. Like, you don't even play Stadium. Why are you moaning about it? And the people who do play Stadium, like, it's hard to, at least for me, it's hard to argue with a very logical numeric arguments. If only 6% of players play Stadium, maybe it shouldn't be getting as many resources as the other 94% of the game. And then I felt that a lot of people were like, no, but we do play. I was like, when? During drives, I was like, that's not playing the game. That's
abusing. That's abusing.
Yeah.
That is abusing Stadium.
Like during drives, it's not. During drives, I bet the number of Stadium is not 6%. And I'm like, yeah, drives is 3 days a season. So what you're saying is you don't play Stadium either. Just So that's the thing. I find it very hard to even indulge a conversation in a comment or anything like that with someone who is arguing just for the sake of argument. And this feels like that. It's just like, can you tell me why you enjoy Stadium or why you don't play Stadium? So for example, for me, were two things. One, the ranked matches were so long. It's like in a gaming session, I could play 2, and to play a match for 40 minutes and then lose feels really unsatisfying.
Yeah.
Because you have like 7 rounds and stuff like that. Second, I skipped a season or 2 of Stadium. When I went back to it, it was too overwhelming, and I just went back to 5v5 or the regular core game because so many heroes had been added and I didn't know anything that they could do that I felt really overwhelmed. It's just like all of a sudden Junkrat bombed me up and set me on fire, and all of a sudden that there's so much happening if you're not like a constant player that it felt really hard to get back into it. So those are the reasons why I stopped playing Stadium. But I don't even have a conversation because people are just like, why are they doing that? I was like, okay, so do you play it? No, but why are they doing that? Well, because people like you don't play it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
It's just for the sake of complaining, but also I guess it's taking away their options. Like if they ever would want to play it someday, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, maybe they think, oh, this year is gonna change my opinion. They play it for a week and then they stop playing it again because of the same reasons that they didn't play it before that they can't really name. But it's like, oh my god, they're taking away something I might have done in the future, but that's not how a game development and how like game structure works. They can't do decisions based on what a small popularity thinks of, oh, I might have done that. Will have done that at some point. That sentence is crazy. Anyways, it's not something they can calculate with, but people don't care about numbers, apparently. They're like, oh, 6%, I would have done that. It would have gone higher. No, it wouldn't have. You're so right, Aki. It wouldn't have. But they just want to do the things they want to do. I wanted to play this hero in Stadium. Well,
it's funny, like everyone's, they took away the quick play 5v5, right? I think it's just the Overwatch community as a whole. You were saying, they don't like change. Like people log onto Overwatch and click the same button. They, I like playing ranked, and you guys, D likes playing quick play, or Aquila likes playing mystery heroes, etc. Like people have their preferences, and that's sort of like, I don't know. It seems like players don't wane too much outside of their normal modes that they enjoy. And,
No.
They like obviously people like the game, so they're playing it. But it's like, and Stadium itself, like Stadium has a really like strong core audience, and they really, really love Stadium. But there's just not many of them in comparison to people who play the core modes.
And Stadium has the biggest challenge, and that is exactly what Aquila gave a beautiful example of. Is that the complexity for returning a new player it's
totally,
it chases them away. It makes people kind of think that they need to study this before they can play it, and that was to be expected that at some point it was going to drop.
Overwatch is already a complicated game. Like it's not an easy game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
2 heroes now.
And then put so many different options for different heroes. Like I've not played Ana in Stadium, but also I think I'm a little intimidated to try because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. And I feel like sometimes we're like, oh, you chose the wrong perk. Now I'm going to have to suffer for this for 3 more rounds.
I watch people play Ana in Stadium, and like she nano darts the floor, and then that's a thing that you do.
She does.
It's a whole, and you shoot the floor and you get nano. It's in a whole situation.
Yeah. That's the thing also about being difficult to go back. In Deemsy's last stream or the one before last, we played 2 or 3 Stadium matches.
Yeah.
And I actually went in like, oh, I've been playing a lot of Freya lately. Let's see if I can get to have fun with Freya because she'll be able to do things that we can't in the core game. But we were clearly all players that let's dabble in Stadium, playing against people who were hardcore Stadium players. So we got absolutely obliterated for 2 or 3 matches. I personally didn't have a lot of fun because it wasn't just about losing. It's just I can't even try the cool things that I just picked for my hero because the other team knows what they're doing and I don't have a chance to leave spawn much. Literally, I was like, what are these this little rays of electricity, and Dee was like, "Oh, that's to avoid spawn camping." And I was like, "Oh, great, it's not working." Just like because otherwise I wouldn't be seeing them. So my point about also it being difficult to go back to is also as casual, very, very casual stadium players, you get pit against these really hardcore stadium players, and then you don't come back ever. It's just like after I think it was exactly 3 matches, we were like, okay, I'm done. Dee was like, we're back to quick play. And because it created now this own, I would say, like its own fauna that is like getting in is even harder. So I don't know how that would be addressed, but
Yeah, I think
it's like playing Overwatch for the first time again. What the hell are they doing?
Yeah. It's the biggest challenge, and I don't think they have a solution for that. They tried some stuff like with the almost automatic thing where you basically hit a button and it will pick your powers and your talents for you, but that is not the experience you're looking for. I think the cause, or the how do you say that, the philosophy behind Stadium is a complex one, and if you're not interested in that, it's not going to be for you. And that is only a small part of, especially in a game like Overwatch. This is not a MOBA. It's not Smite or League of Legends. It's a different audience. So I love that they did this, and I hope it sticks around forever, that they keep it, that they balance it. I'm okay with the fact that they're not adding new heroes. Actually, I prefer that, because it creates more of a closed off experiment. You know, you don't need all the heroes in there, and I'm okay with the maps for now not changing. There's plenty of them.
I think that not adding new heroes is, for me, the best way for me to maybe one day go back to Stadium, because like I said, I feel overwhelmed. If now there's a limited heroes that I need to be aware of, maybe one day I'm like, okay, now I know what Ash, Junkrat, Freya do. And then I keep playing. Now I know what these guys do. And I don't mean like you need to know all of to play all of them, but like I said, even to play against them, you need to roughly know what happens. So I think not adding new heroes might be a way to like, okay, we can. This is something I can learn eventually.
For me, they could have stopped a few heroes back, even. Like if I think about it,
before Cat.
yeah, definitely. But I think I would have. I found the original roster, they added maybe a few heroes after that, where I felt like, okay, now you get all the options, you get all the different directions that Overwatch can offer as a hero. But after that, I felt like it's just you can't keep adding heroes to that, because it almost feels like you need to have a doctorate in Overwatch to play freaking Stadium.
Yeah.
You don't
like
want
it
that.
feels like a different genre of game almost, and that's like maybe it suffers because of that, because like
I said, they keep it around.
It's getting people to go outside, and it's extra complicated. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe it would have been more successful if it was like a spin-off game, like a standalone
game with the different target audience, where they
maybe different IP, maybe something just to like have a separate separate with those systems in place might have been a
I think it's a good idea.
Spin it into something like that. I don't know.
It's kind of the same thing where similar games suffered from it. What was the game? Was it Paladins?
Yeah.
Like with similar things, whereas like at some point it got way too complicated for like, new people to even want to come in, because it takes such a long time to try to get into it and like halfway understand everything that's happening around you, because it's already a big thing when you come into Overwatch as a game now. But then if you have Overwatch down and like the basic gamers, and then you try Stadium, it's like starting over again, and a lot of people don't want to do that.
No, I think Bug makes a really good point.
Doesn't even really have a tutorial either. Like I'm doing a thing this week, and we've got a few of us showing a new player. They've never played Overwatch before, and we're gonna hold their hand through this experience. So it's gonna be really fun. But it's like for a new player, like it's such a leap to understand, like just to understand.
And if they don't play FPSs or anything like that, because I did that with a friend the other day. I was in someone's house and they started going like, by the way, this is a group of friends that are not gamers and they barely know what Twitch is. So someone says like, oh yeah, she's on Twitch, and everyone's like, what's that? And I was like, okay, anyway, what do you play? I was like, I play Overwatch. What's that? And I was like, I booted up the game and I put someone on my seat and I was like, okay, do you you played what? It's like, you played COD at some point. Did you shoot things at one point? I was like, okay, great. I put them on soldier and I was like, okay, just shoot things. Just shoot people. It literally, and I didn't expect the hurdles. So it literally started with, who is on my team? And I was like, because everyone looks different. The lack of uniform was the first thing actually they pointed out. I was like, you see, anyone in my, because I have like custom colors, I was like, anyone with that color, shoot them. Okay, that's a good start. And I was like, can you press this button to heal yourself? That was already a challenge. It's like, okay, I move, I shoot, I heal. I need to figure out who's in my team and who's not. I was like, you're going to do great. and then they got ult, and I was like, do I explain what the ult is? Because it feels like they're already starting to get overwhelmed, and all they do is heal and shoot, and they forget they have heals. And then I think I talked about the ult, and I think it was Gibraltar, and by the end they had successfully managed to kill one person. So that was fun for me. I don't know if it was for them. I can't wait to see what your people do with it, because I did not start with, so everyone's doing something different there. So perks, don't worry about it. It's like, don't worry about it. Let's focus on your E and your Q.
The question is, what would the casual version of Overwatch look like? What would be something that people would understand? And like, how would you, like, what would you need to ship?
I don't know. I think you need to have they have the AI mode, right?
Yeah.
Isn't play against bots or something?
Yeah, they do.
I think that's probably the way, but I don't think anyone likes to do that. But I think Overwatch should just do it to them anyway, without them knowing. Like Fortnite puts new players into games where
bots. Because that's the thing. My friend Zoe, I asked if he wanted to do the bot. I think there's something in people's mind to I want to play against players. I want to see real people.
Totally.
I think that the sandbox version, and I don't use sandbox as the gaming term, but as the child kindergarten term.
Yeah.
The sandbox version of Overwatch, the way I see it, because you want them to learn about the skills and the perks, because that is now a core part of the game. But it would actually be a version that the number of heroes are a lot limited. So, for example, you get, because for me that was what I found overwhelming as well. Just coming in and it's like, wait, there's someone throwing rocks at me. There's someone throwing a bike at me. There's now there's a whole bike situation. And or if you support, okay, this person heals with balls that she throws at you, but this person actually puts an orb on top of your head, but that person actually shoots you with heals. You know what I mean? If there was a version that was okay, let's start small. And by small, I mean maybe 3 supports, 3 DPS, 3 tanks, and then you feel comfortable about this is what this game is about. And then you kind of add, just almost like if you're learning a new language, you add vocabulary as you go. You don't start by reading the dictionary.
So basically give them the roster of 2016 and just have them play with that. Because that's why I remember, because I don't know if I would be able to pick up Overwatch as well as it is back then. And I already started pretty late. I started in 2020. But when all of you remember picking up the game and how it was to get into it then, and things were a lot of different, but let alone the limited number of heroes that you had to learn and had to know what they kind of vaguely did was so much less, especially for someone who doesn't really play shooter games. Because it's I think I know I shoot things, but anything else, I don't know how to do that.
My friend said, I want to play with you. I'm going to start playing so we can play together. And literally it's a game you shoot things. And he was like, I don't think it's for me. When I checked, he only played Doomfist. And I was like, oh, yeah. Because he was like, this is a cool guy. I picked him. And he played 2 matches and said, okay, I don't think this game is for me. And I was like, you picked Doomfist? This is who you start with? But obviously he had no idea of what I was saying. Why is he not good? I was like, no, he's just really hard to learn. For someone who is picking up the basics.
Yeah.
Doofus is not where you start. And he was like, it just looked cool, which honestly is how I pick most of my characters in every game. They just look cool.
The Overwatch, what's it called again? The mobile game.
Oh, Rush?
Rush, yeah.
Rush, yeah.
Kind of, that system is kind of like you unlock the heroes as you progress to basically the game. So as you level up, you unlock new heroes and you get to know them and you can adjust their abilities a little bit. I think that is actually, it comes to think of it, I think that whole format of just 4 versus 4, limited set of heroes, limited scope, really fast, matches last, a minute and a half at longest. That might be the extra light experience that will get people interested in the heroes and what the kids actually do, and might have them switch to do the actual game at some point. So maybe the mobile game is going to make a difference in that.
Play Rush fast, and then if they're actually interested in the heroes, they can like be like, "Hey, there's another game that's on PC or like on consoles." Like, oh, that's not Rush; it's just Overwatch. You want to try that sometimes?
I don't think it is. You can force people to play something, but I do think that when the mobile game releases, I think it's going to help a lot of people to understand what the heroes actually do, because they have the same basic abilities somewhat. Like, let's say there's about an 80% overlap between the abilities you have in the core game or the big game and Rush, to kind of give people an idea without making it too complicated, too challenging.
I mean, that's still much more knowledge than if you actually play that and they have that up. It's much more knowledge you come in to, like, if you want to play actual Overwatch afterwards than if you come in otherwise.
Yeah, exactly.
So it might help.
It's Overwatch Lite. So maybe that will help.
It's Overwatch Lite.
Yeah.
I remember having this idea of like being really frustrated about people playing the new heroes on comp on the day of release and wanting to be like a cap of like, you can only play comp with a hero if the hero is at least level 5, which is not much. It means that at least you've played like a handful of matches with the hero before jumping in comp. And that would be an interesting way of kind of like slowly letting new players into the game of like, no, but of like you reach like in the but only for new players, but like, okay, so you've reached a DPS at level 5. Here you unlock 2 other DPSs that you can try as well. Like, that was
part of the new player experience. I don't know what it's like now, but you know, when you started Overwatch, you were restricted to a certain roster, and then as you'd play more games, new heroes unlocked as you went along. That was like the experience that Overwatch served you, and I think that was kind of cool. But I don't know if it's like that anymore.
I haven't done that.
I don't think my experience was like that when I started playing. I think I had the whole roster. I think.
It was with the release of Overwatch 2 or one of those. At some point they had like, oh, you need to play certain games, you need to reach certain things. I think you need like 50 wins or something to be able to
still need comp. The 50 wins to play comp. That is true.
And then you had like a limited amount of heroes on your roster that would like unlock, because they would have like, for example, Mercy would be one of the few supports you could play. You'd have like pretty simple tanks at the start. There was like a limited amount of things you could do at the start, but like that didn't help you, because with your limited tanks and heroes, you'd have to go up into matches against heroes you've never seen before and maybe you haven't unlocked yet. You know?
I don't know how it is now with like unlocking new heroes through Battle Pass or stuff like that. But my friend had a new account recently, and he did need 50 wins to play comp, but he did have access to the whole roster. So I'm not. Yeah, I think I'm not confident talking about the new player experience now, because I really don't know what it's like.
People can tell us in the comments.
Yeah. Pog is going to have a lab experiment with it, so we're gonna have some data
at some point. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, but maybe before we leave, there's a few things I want to discuss, because let me see. Well, we're getting close to the hour again. Did you guys see that they released the BlizzCon rewards, that you got all the bundles? They did something different this year. You basically, back in the day, you had one bundle for every BlizzCon ticket, and that included cosmetics of all the games. Now you get separate bundles, so there's more cosmetics overall, but it divided in bundles that you can buy per game. and you can buy all of them. So the per game bundles are $30. All of them, I think, are $50. So you also get rewards for Diablo Immortal, World of Warcraft. What else? I'm thinking there was also StarCraft, but I think that one is free, and Heroes of the Storm is free. Oh, and Hearthstone. Hearthstone was also. Did you guys get? Well, I know the people that got tickets will have their bundles nonetheless, but so basically, I'm asking Frozen. Frozen, are you buying this bundle? Are you thinking of buying the?
Wait, I don't
bundle?
have a ticket.
Well,
I didn't
We're
buy
working
it,
on
but
that.
I got it gifted as an early birthday present, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got a friend gifted it to me as an early birthday present because it's like kind of ice themed.
Yeah, it's the Lich King. It's the Lich King film.
Frozen.
It's Lich King,
makes
and it's like-
sense.
Frozen.
It's the weapon skin for Anna, and I love Anna, and it's ice themed. And then we have May, which is like, oh my god, it's an ice themed May skin. I have to get it. So yeah, it was a birthday present, but I enjoyed them a lot. They look really cool. And I've actually switched from my mythic weapon on Anna now permanently to the Lich King weapon because I like the look of it better.
Yeah, it's really cool. It looks really cool. I
It
like
looks
too.
really cool.
It's the first
I-
weapon skin I've done in a long time.
I was worried
cool.
that it was a little clunky at the start, but it's not an issue, gladly, because I have that with other things. I have that with other like weapons, or like when sleeves get too clunky. Like sometimes I feel like it covers up half my screen, but
Oh yeah.
I'm glad I didn't have that issue.
Yeah, no.
I'm a little the Arda weapon skin. I feel like it should have come with custom sounds, and it has no custom sounds. And
No.
I'm really disappointed in that.
it doesn't.
Yeah, I was going to say
like-
that's the comment that I heard the most. The
Same
Anna's
with me.
weapon skin
Yeah.
was it is really pretty, but it's not very, very, very dissimilar from her mythic skin in terms of like how the trigger looks like and etc. It has the ice motif, of course, but then a lot of people say, "Oh, I really like it, but I'm keeping the mythic skin because it has sounds and kill effects."
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm using the mythic skin with it because I have the iridescent version, so it like thematically just fits really well, and so I do get special sounds on it anyways.
Yeah, but
So-
I just think it's
yeah, for
very
sure.
expensive.
It is. I don't know if I would have bought it if I didn't get it gifted. It's not gonna lie.
yeah.
Like, I don't know if it was in the past, if it was only for BlizzCon ticket holders would get these bundles and they didn't sell them separately. I don't know what the history is on this because
They were included in the
assuming it's like super exclusive.
Yeah, they were included in the tickets and the e-tickets. So you used to have to buy an e-ticket that will allow you to watch the panels and whatnot. So the opening ceremony was always free for everybody. They streamed that. And I think that is exactly what you're going to do now, is to kind of stream everything just open on Twitch and YouTube,
Free.
to no longer have e-tickets, and that they kind of made up for that
Yeah.
income by making these bundles a little more expensive.
It also kind of cracks down on the resale selling, because I remember certain rare BlizzCon skins getting like traded, all of the accounts getting sold for so much money. It was
yeah.
crazy. Or like the codes for it. I know someone who bought a few, but Jesus Christ. So maybe they're also cracking down a little bit on that.
There's something about people wanting exclusive items, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like the Mercy skin when it first came out, the charity one, the breast cancer one, that you could not get it for years. And people were like, "Oh my god, this skin is so exclusive! I want it!" And then they brought it back for another event, and then it kind of made the hype a little bit less because, like, oh, now you could get it, and everyone got it. So I think it's kind of the same thing, isn't it? It's like, oh, these skins were only available for this time, and it's like, no, but now you actually can get them. So buying accounts and things like that would be. It does discourage that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Definitely. I mean, I think they're just kind of reorganizing, but also I think with the mythic weapon or the legendary weapon, the other weapon having sounds, I think they're all kind of holding that for the mythic weapons. I've talked about this in videos. I think we're going to see more of these income optimizations and new ways of creating income and whatnot.
What did you guys think of the OWCS skins? I know we had seen them before, but now they are like in the shop and you can use them.
Yeah, I bought them. I liked them a lot. All three of them. They're really nice.
They are very pretty.
The Emre and the
I like
Anna
the
one are my favorites.
Yeah.
The Anna one looks
I
badass.
like the Mizuki one, but the Mizuki, I'm so in love with the Yoasobi Mizuki skin. So I'm like, oh, maybe I don't need this.
Oh yeah.
I really like the Mizuki one, and I was looking when they were first announced as an image. I was like, I really want this one, but when I looked at it in the shop, you can never see his eyes.
The head is so big.
And the hat is so big that I was like, my first excitement about this skin is like, okay, it's a skin that he doesn't have his mask on. I want that. And I know in the Street Rebels he doesn't, but he has like those jaws, the teeth on the side. I just wanted a pretty Mizuki that we can see his face. And then when I opened the skin, I was like, you can never see his fucking eyes. Oh my God. So it's like they took the mask off and just covered the top half of his face. And I was like, I was a tiny bit disappointed about that.
Look, Akila,
The hat is so big.
when you play
It
Mizuki,
is
you don't
so
see
big.
anything of him except his weapon. So,
I
Well,
wonder.
but when my friends play the characters that I like with the
oh,
skins
so
that I
you were
like,
buying them for
it's
someone else?
enjoyable.
Oh, okay. You were thinking, oh no.
No, I can't.
I know.
I can't afford to do that.
I wonder if with Mizuki sometimes they'll be giving him like a. Do you know those translucent parts in Anran's weapon? If they like make it for him, but like most part of its hat, so you can actually see his
Yes.
face sometimes.
Please.
Because I think you could do a lot of cool things with that, or like a water hat, like a water themed hat, where it's kind of like this translucent water texture. There's options to make his face be shown because he's a pretty boy. I feel like they
I love how
might not
creative.
be able to capitalize on that.
I love how creative you guys get with the decisions on the cosmetics when it is just to see a pretty face. You guys go, like, you can do
Hey.
some translucent stuff. You can maybe cut
Listen,
something out.
remember what I said like 10 minutes ago about people choosing their characters based on them looking cool or cute? Just like that's every game. I always say that every game is a fashion game first, a dating sim second, and then whatever it wants to be.
Exactly.
I
You're
think
so right. Put that on the shirt.
Put that on the shirt. I wear that to BlizzCon.
Put that on the
Someone
shirt.
makes me a shirt.
I have a different philosophy when it comes to my games. Luckily, otherwise, I don't know. That would say a lot about me.
You
when
say that, but I saw you react to the Domino Bunny skin, okay?
Oh yeah.
I am still human. What do you want me to say?
yeah.
It's not. It's not. It's not the first thing.
Pick the characters with the pretty skins.
It's not the first thing I look at. Otherwise, I would be very troubling if you see me buy Diablo skins or whatnot. I would be like, okay, what is this guy's deal? What is he getting?
By the
worked
way,
up on?
Aki, did you notice that the back of Mizuki's skin is like the little contraption that's on the back of like a biking helmet?
Yeah.
So it doesn't fall off.
So it doesn't fall off.
That's what I had to think of it. I was like, is he wearing
The
is he
hat
wearing a
is
bike?
so big and so shallow that he needs to tie it to his set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a big hat. It is a big hat.
It's basically an enormous shuriken.
Yeah.
It kind of is, yeah.
Yeah.
They also released the Chinese dating skins. So the date night
yeah.
skins.
Can you guys explain? Actually, I'm going to direct this to Pog specifically because Pog is my
Okay.
number one source of Overwatch and
There we
other
go.
games drama online.
Oh.
No, it's just like, why was everyone losing their shit about, oh, Juno finally has purple hair? What's that about? Did you see
I think
that?
if you look at skins that Overwatch releases around Juno, her base skin has purple hair, and I think they just love the OG look, and I think there's criticism that all the skins that get made for Juno always give her blonde hair and blue eyes, and just try to sort of take away from sort of her, I guess, Asianness. I think is part of the criticism.
Or like whitewashing Juno.
A
Yeah,
little.
I get
A
being mad
little.
about that, but I don't consider having purple hair necessarily Asian.
No, but it's like it's her look.
I mean, it
'Cause
depends.
Yeah.
I think different, like blonde hair looks really foreign on her. Is
Yeah, I
cool.
agree. And on Wu Yang
I
and
would agree.
etc. Yeah, but the thing
like,
is, would this even be a
give
conversation?
Mercy dark hair. It's kind of a weird thing, right?
I love
It's-
Brunette
yeah.
Mercy, but yeah, I get it. But would this
Mm.
even be a conversation if it wasn't Juno?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
the thing. It's just like Juno,
think it's
Mercy, and Kiriko seem to sit in their own little corner of like these. You cannot touch the pretty girls.
Yeah.
Because like complaining that Juno is like that Juno doesn't have other skins that are good because they don't have purple hair is wild for me.
No, I agree with that.
But anyway, the bundle itself, I do like it. And my favorite thing about it, in the beginning, I was like, yeah, this is cool. But then when I realized that the rose is on Cassidy's mouth is actually fully substituting his cigar, and it's going to be there the entire game, all the highlight intros, all the victory poses. I was like, this is amazing. It's so goofy that I love it. I want it. I didn't get it, but I want it just because I think he really looks goofy for Cassidy to have that rose in his mouth 100% of the time.
It is goofy looking. I agree with that. I mean,
he was just hungry. He's munching on a rose.
Yeah, no.
And he matches Ashes.
I don't think hungry is a word here. I don't think hungry is the word you're looking for a second.
No.
You have
I'm hungry for different things. Yeah. What do you mean? What do I think I was talking about?
I mean, it was a good set. They just did a huge update. It was just like all these skins. There's also recolors they added. It almost felt like they wanted to push out a whole bunch of cosmetics before something. I don't know what they're planning to do.
Oh, because we don't even know. You know, we're leading up towards the end of the season. I don't even know there's not a lot.
Yeah, what's happening?
It could be nothing. It could be that nothing happens near the end of the season.
Nothing.
Nothing.
It could be just
nothing
that
happens at the end of the season.
It's been a while since we've had nothing. Let's be real. When's the last time we had like a real like?
I think we're going to have a lot of nothing in the coming weeks.
Slump.
I think just before I think season 4 is going to be a big one because it's the mid-year season. So, and then it's going to fall flat again because they're going to be very busy towards BlizzCon. All the attention is going to go that way. So we're going to be in a little silence before the storm.
I just hope they won't forget about the Halloween event because that's always my favorite one.
Yeah, but that is still a long. Can we wait till the summer's over before we start talking about Halloween, please?
But spooky season.
But come on.
We have summer.
July.
We have
July.
BlizzCon.
Oh, summer's been over. It's been too hot already.
Not that discussion again.
Been over.
We still have plenty of summer. There's still 2 months of summer to go.
I'm so glad we forgot to talk about the summer skins because I do need more time to rant over that.
Oh, we didn't talk about. Oh.
No.
That's not today.
Yeah, that's not.
Oh boy.
I think we are over time, or that we filled it up. We're done for today. For 189. We need to keep some stuff for the episode 200 because that is going to be a big one. That is probably going to be a lengthy one. Let's save our energies for 2 weeks. But for today, we're spent. It's time to enjoy the rest of our Sunday. And we'll see each other again in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
For episode 200.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Omnic Weekly. A huge thank you to our patrons. You guys are legends. And you too can join the Omnic Post family over on patreon.com/the Omnic Post. Subscribe to this podcast on whatever channel you are listening or watching this episode. You can follow the Omnic Weekly on Instagram and Twitter. For now, however, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Till next time, bye-bye.